Okay, so Doctrine Alchemy. These are our values for each of our different wisdoms, which is mostly what we're going to be using. We may use some doctrines. Obviously, we'll use gray doctrines. And then we'll be using some wisdoms. The tiers we care about. This first tier, which is what we'll be accessing with the gray doctrines. This tier guarantees us epic wisdoms. This tier, which is the cheese tier, which I'll talk about in a bit. And then the final tier, which is going to give us the best chance of a tier 5. So, you put in 8 gray doctrines. You get out, we're gonna say you get out a rare wisdom. If you do better, you're winning. You get out your rare wisdom. You can put 8 doctrines in at once. So, the next step is we go straight to this tier. Skip this tier. This tier is garbage because you getting a rare wisdom after putting this much in is screwing you completely. This tier, while yes, worse odds of a tier 2, interesting choice, they're trying to bait you, guarantees either epic wisdom or epic doctrine, which is worth 50. So you put in 16 tempering value into here, and you're going to get out probably 10 tempering value. So you're going to take a loss here, but you have to consolidate your tempering value so you can fill up the 8 slots with the best you can do. This tier is the next best we can do with 8 slots if we have rare wisdoms as our best wisdoms. Because we have rare wisdom worth 10 in 8 slots will let us get up to 80. We don't need to get to 80. We just need to get into this range. So we're going to put in 60. So we either put in 6 and leave 2 blank slots, 6 rare doctrines or rare wisdoms and leave 2 blank slots, or we're going to put in 4 rare and 4 uncommon. This is where you're going to put your uncommons. This is where the devs want you to put your uncommons. If you put in 8 uncommons, it gets you to 40. This is bad because you have a good chance of getting a rare wisdom. Now, if you've got more rare doctrines than you know what to do with, or sorry, uncommon doctrines than you know what to do with, maybe throw them in here. Hopefully you get, it's a greater than 50% chance to get something purple. But if you get this rare wisdom out of here, that's a pretty big loss on your total tempering value. So we want to put, if possible, 4 rare, 4 uncommon in here. That gets us exactly 60. 4 rare is 40. 4 uncommon is 20. So 40 plus 20, 60. So 4 rare, 4 uncommon at this tier. Gets us guaranteed purple. That is worth 50 tempering value. So again, you take a slight loss, but you have to consolidate your tempering value. If you get an epic wisdom, fine. If you get doctrine, maybe that's great. Depends on what we're looking for here. So then we have to tell ourselves there's 2 things we're looking for. Either we want a epic tier 1 through tier 4, and we're okay with that. Maybe that's a temporary thing. We put that on our unit. It's better than what we've got already in terms of the current purple doctrines. And then obviously there's the god tier, tier 5, and that's going to make our unit busted as fuck. So I would say we do not care about tier 2 through tier 4. These are going to be really inefficient uses of our resources if our goal is to either have something or the best thing. And this is where the cheese comes in. For 2 tempering value, epic doctrine or epic wisdom. For 50, you get 50 tempering value, and you can put 2 of them into here. So 100, right? Gets us into this tier. you put 2 epic wisdoms in, which we got from doing this. So you put your 4 rare, 4 common in here, get an epic wisdom. 4 rare, 4 common, get a second epic wisdom. Put them both in here, guaranteed either 2 epic wisdom or a doctrine. If we get a doctrine outcome here, that might actually be worse, because if you get 2 epic wisdom, you can put them straight back in and do it again. This is where the cheese happens, right? So we put 2 epic wisdoms in here, pray for the 60% roll of 2 epic wisdoms again, put them back in, pray for it again, keep putting them back in over and over, and we farm this. We farm our guaranteed tier 5 epic. Now, see, we don't have math on this. This quality of the result in a certain range will be higher when the tempering value is higher. We don't know exactly what that means, but most likely it'll mean, there's some value. Maybe there's some value in here, but it'll also mean this gets even closer to guaranteed value. This is only achievable using pure wisdoms, and we don't know the drops rates of these really yet. They say they're available in login things and whatever, but we don't know exactly how often you'll be able to get pure wisdoms. It could be a once a week thing. It could be less, could be more. So we can't really necessarily rely on this tier for now being what we're actually going to do. But this tier would be 8 pure wisdom or epic wisdoms, 8 epic wisdoms, and then you pop a pure wisdom. So this is what you want to do if you're actually trying to farm a ton of tier 5s. And while we're waiting for that, you're going to be just popping them into here. And if you get your tier 1 through tier 3, then you throw it on a unit. Otherwise, you're farming this 60% double epic wisdom outcome. This is the only way to get the double epic wisdom outcome. And it's literally free. You only lose value if you get here. So otherwise, we're just farming this. Yeah, we're ignoring these unless we get better information on what this higher chance is going to be. Maybe we can use this tier. This 400 is 8 epic wisdoms or 8 epic doctrines, and you don't have to use a pure wisdom if the pure wisdoms are rare. If pure wisdoms are rare, then this tier, when you're at high tempering value bar, which is the bar from crafting over and over, that bar at the bottom, and failing. If you're at high bar, then you maybe pop this to give you the chance. Otherwise, we are waiting for our pure wisdoms and just farming our double epic wisdoms and getting our low tier payouts, because tier 1 through tier 4, if we're throwing it back in the grinder, is the same. They aren't worth more for being higher tier. So if we're going for tier 5, keep farming this bad boy. All right.